changed anything, so I'm going to let you control the buttons. So yes, you're pink 2. You can write your name on there if you want. You can write number 2. You can. That's why I put the tape here. I don't know if you need to write your name to remember. So go ahead and make your mic hot.
Okay, we on? We're good?
Yep, and then obviously Peter's on 3.
All right.
The one over here, this one is the court mic. We're going to leave that on all the time.
Okay.
That way that doesn't go completely silent when we stop talking. I'm going to bring it up a little bit.
And then once she breaks the record and after we say it and they start the ceremony there, I'll mute me and Peter.
Right. And you can and you'll be able to hear what they hear. So if you want to turn this one up a little bit, if they're doing any, are they going to do any?
Coach King's going to talk. Yes.
So if you can't hear Coach King in here, you can turn this up a little bit. But you see where it's set?
Yes.
We want to take it back there for the game.
Okay. So the bottom you want it at 3. Okay, that's easy.
Yeah.
Bottom, that's the easy way for me to remember. Can you check real fast?
Hey, I already got him. I got him.
Oh, you got him. Okay. Oh man.
So I'm going to go ahead and mute you and me.
and your Concordia Prep Saints. We would now like to start, as we start all things, in prayer. Heavenly Father, you have created us to strive for the best. Grant to all athletes, coaches, officials, and fans strength to pursue excellence during this event and in all that we do. We pray for the safety of all participants. Protect them from injury and harm. And finally, we pray for your grace, that you would provide us with the needed endurance to pursue our heavenly prize, eternal life in your Son. Amen. Please rise for the playing of our national anthem. And now for our starting lineups. First, from the visiting Panthers, number 0, freshman guard, Ayanna Tab. Number 4, senior guard, Isabella Euphemia. Number 5, freshman guard, Jayla Speller. Number 15, freshman center, Kashella McGuire. And number 30, freshman guard, Kaden Jaselskis. And now for your Concordia Prep Saints. Number 5, junior Alira Penn. Number 10, senior Brianna Taylor. Number 12, senior Gabby Smelser. Number 15, senior Corey Barnes. And number 24, senior Haley Ford.
Good evening and welcome to Concordia Prep as we're here for a matchup of the Concordia Prep Women's Varsity Saints going up against the Rosedale Christian Academy Panthers. And I am here with Peter Kauser, and we're going to bring you the game today. And usually at this point, Peter, we will go to starting lineups ourselves, but we're going to skip that today because we have a pretty big event getting ready to happen probably early in the game.
Yeah, this is exciting. The Saints are 1-0. Haley Ford scored 18 points in the first contest. She needs 3 to enter a very special, exclusive group of women here at Saints Land that have scored 1,000 or more points in their career. And so we're excited about that, and the game will be stopped momentarily when that happens. And so we'll see what happens. This should be a great matchup in the midst of all the excitement going on with Haley today.
Yes, and for those unsure of Haley, she is number 24 for in the white uniform here for the Saints. And there's the tip, and it is taken by Rosedale Baptist. And we now have Jayla Speller running point for Rosedale, who they won their first game, Peter, 73-10 over Arlington Baptist last week. Right now, the Panthers working the ball around the perimeter. Good man-to-man defense right here by the Saints. Gabby Smeltzer playing tough. And there's Brianna Taylor coming out. I do like this defense here by the Saints. A good starting five out here. Good pressure. And we got a drive to the basket and blocked by Haley Ford. And here she comes down the court. Over to Alira Penn. Back out to Gabby Smeltzer. Gabby with the drive, and there we have a knock away and a steal.
Saints start 4 seniors this evening. Haley, Gabby Smeltzer, Corey Barnes, Brianna Taylor, and then a junior, Alira Penn, on the floor for the Saints. We'll give you the starting lineup here in a little bit for the Panthers.
Once again, good defense outside. And here's a shot from the outside of 3. That does not go, and Alira Penn with the rebound. This is a good test early on in the season for the Saints. You know, they started off against St. Peter's and Paul. Gabby Smeltzer with a 3. That does not go. And we had a 51-46 win over St. Peter's and Paul. A little back and forth game, and this looks like it's going to be an up-tempo type of game here, which I think is going to be good for the Saints because we saw them turn the ball over quite a bit in their first matchup when they had some backcourt pressure.
Rosedale Christian starting 4 freshmen this evening. Kaden Jaselskis, Kachella McGuire, Jayla Speller, Isabella Euphemia, and Ayanna Tab. Ayanna Tab, one of the freshmen, the only senior, Isabella Euphemia.
The ball's knocked away there on Haley.
Pretty frantic pace here early on.
And there's no backcourt call right there. And
there has not been a whistle stoppage other than that one ball thrown out of bounds in the first 2 minutes of this game.
Cross-court pass right there, knocked away by Gabby. So we got 5:57 left here in the first, and we have a scoreless game. I think this was the way we started last week, right?
Yeah. And you know what's good here is you also see a full bench for the Saints. When we were here a week and a half or a little bit over a week ago, the Saints had some illness they were dealing with, and so it's nice to see them with a full squad here this afternoon.
And here comes Brianna Taylor looking up ahead to Gabby. Gabby, good. You know what? Passed a little far, but really good play right there by Gabby to knock it off the number 4, Isabella Euphemia for the Panthers. And the Saints are going to keep possession here.
See what kind of out-of-bounds play we get if they try to get that ball into Haley's hands here early.
And this is right inside to Haley. Back outside to Corey with the 3. That's long. And rebound right there by the Panthers. That's number 5. Jayla Speller.
Good box out by Haley Ford there. And ahead to Corey.
Here comes Corey. She's got Alira. And the basket. And we got a 2-0 Saints lead.
Beautiful play all the way around. Good box out, good outlet, good pass ahead. Finally, we get a basket on the scoreboard.
And I tell you, Peter, the Saints are coming out looking strong right here. I do like the man-to-man defense, and you know, this is a game where, compared to their last game where they had a height advantage, they do not have a height advantage over here. You know, number 15 inside right there for the Panthers. That's Kishella McGuire. She is listed as 6'4" here on the roster.
Yeah, it's going to make it tough other than when you get some fast break points to get a lot of shots near the basket.
There's Corey, and that does not go. And the Panthers looking to run again. Oh, and we got a foul right there. Isabella Euphemia is going to go to the line. Good hustle there by Alira Penn. Got her with the body. We have a 2-2 score here, 4:31 left here in the first.
Corey Bradley looking to check in for the Saints.
Tell you, the first game, she really brought a spark to the team. She was all over the place, on the board, scoring baskets. First shot goes. So the Panthers take the lead right here. This matchup right here is going to be a good test. You know, Rosedale Christian Academy has really been changing their image the last couple of years, and they're putting together some really good basketball teams. And second one does not go. We got a box out there by Gabby, and we have a foul on Kashella McGuire. So the Saints are going to take possession right here.
That's the kind of foul a coach does not want to see their big man take underneath the basket on just a loose ball. So we'll have to watch the foul situation as now Paige Bailey comes in for the first time.
And it would be interesting to see if the Saints can try to go inside and try to create some contact. Ball comes out to Haley Ford. Haley with a drive, and it does not go. Rebound right there by the Panthers. That's Ayanna Tab. And she's going to bring it down. Panthers are a very solid team. Right here, good ball movement. They get the ball inside to her big man, and we got a foul.
It's going to be on Corey Bradley, I believe. And it'll be a shooting foul.
So, guarding someone that big underneath when you don't have that size. I mean, we have Haley, but it doesn't have that size. So, it's going to be a big test for the Saints and can really come into use later in the season when they're matched up in some conference play with somebody that big. First foul shot does not go.
Well, good footwork and good boxing out will help you defend just about anybody on the court. And so you got to get physical.
And the second one goes. So we got a 4-2 lead right here for the Panthers. Paige Bailey running point right now. And the Saints, like I said, like they were doing a lot last week, working the ball around the perimeter, not really looking to go inside. Gabby Smeltzer with the three. Does not go. Long rebound.
Good
Gabby
follow.
gets her own rebound. Out to Haley Ford. Here's a three. And it does not go. And here come the Panthers. It's a really good up-tempo pace so far. Working ball outside. And right now the height difference isn't a big factor, but if it does become, do you see the Saints maybe going to a zone at some point?
Yeah, right now I like this man-to-man because they're not setting picks and getting mismatches.
Paige Bailey with a three. That does not go. So the Saints putting up some quick shots outside. Oh, we got some contact underneath right there. That's Isabella Euphemia, who took the contact hard last time. Almost from the same side, same place, and she's going to go to line for two. And Haley Ford picks up her first foul. The first shot's a little long.
Caitlin Osborne coming in. Gabby Smeltzer getting a break. I think the man-to-man also helps bring the tempo up on the offensive end more so than a zone. Gets everybody moving. You're not standing idly by like you would in a zone. And now we're going to have a free throw penalty, but she makes the free throw anyway. That's good concentration by Isabella Euphemia when you got someone right next to you that's tiptoeing that line.
There, the Saints working around.
That's a good look there.
Kelly taking the side back out. And we got a carry. And I actually thought she may have carried the ball a little sooner.
Right there, one thing I'd love to see Haley do is when she gets that ball there from about 12 feet, give a fake, go to the basket, see if you can draw a foul on that number 15, Kachella McGuire, and see if you can get her second personal. We've got to challenge that inside defense, that interior defense here soon, and not just get content shooting from the outside. We've only got one basket, and it was on a fast break layup.
And I tell you, by going inside, that's going to open up your outside shots
Absolutely.
also. And there we go. We have a three right there. That's short. Haley Ford to rebound.
Well, she doesn't have 3 points yet, but she's got 3 rebounds early in the game.
There's Caitlin Osborne outside. The shot. Oh, and the Saints let that ball go thinking it was going to be their possession. But the call goes over to Rosedale Baptist. A little bit slower pace right here. Saints staying there man-to-man. And the pressure forces that. I think maybe she was looking for a cutter.
Yeah, a little miscommunication there with Speller and Euphemia. Brings the ball back on the Saints side. Again, I'd love to see, Paul, them go to the basket here, even if they dish out once they drive, but at least get in the lane here on this possession.
Saints once again content outside. Caitlin Osborne takes it in. The shot does not go.
See, and I like that. That's good. At least we're going to go in and challenge a little bit. She actually had two people come on her. If she looks and there's a cutter at that point, you get a wide open layup.
And she got the shot up. Good block right there by Haley Ford. Here comes Haley, bringing it right down. I think she's going to take it to the basket. And we got the contact. They're going to call an offensive charge. And that's Haley's second foul right now.
Good positioning. I tell you what, Isabella Euphemia, she's played really scrappy here in this first quarter. And now we see Cameron Callahan come in, Haley Ford coming out, Corey Barnes back in.
I tell you, it looks like the Panthers will stay content playing that zone defensively because, I mean, Concordia is just forcing the outside shots up.
When you've got someone 6'4" like that, there's no reason to play man until they come inside.
That's true. And we got an offensive foul right there. We've got a little push off. We got a 5-2 score right here, 49 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Corey Barnes just looked up at that scoreboard as if to say, how do we only have two? She gave a little nod. They should be able to get a 2-for-1 here at the end of the quarter.
Paige Bailey with the three. That does not go. And once again, we got the rebound. And this is Caden Jeskowitz. Get the pass inside right there. And we got a foul. That's on Cameron Callahan. And actually probably a good foul right there because once she got positioned, they were going to go right in for that layup right there.
So the shot clock's off now. They can play for one final shot.
And they throw it away.
Now the Saints can play for one last shot. Be interesting to see here where they get their scoring from with Haley and Gabby on the bench. They were the ones that led the team in scoring in game one, and you'd think that would be the case throughout the season. But they're both getting a rest here at the end of the first quarter.
Corey Barnes right there at the ball inside Brandon Taylor. We got to travel. Took off before she put that ball down. So we keep playing this game now. Now we talk about Rosedale Baptist holding for the last shot.
We'll see. We'll see if they decide to.
So we're going to have some full court pressure here by the Saints. Good pressure. And we have a shot does not go. And the shot is not up in time. So, Peter, we have a very low-scoring game for a fast tempo pace. 5-2, Saints' only basket comes on a fast break. What are you seeing here after the first quarter on? Now I know you talked about going inside. If you're Coach John over here, what adjustments do you make?
Yeah, I think it's exactly that. I would look to maybe flash someone to the high post, try and get an interior pass there. We call it the nail. There's a nail right there in the middle of the free throw line. If you can find somebody there and then they can turn and pivot and find folks on the wing, find cutters, or even an up fake and go hard to the basket, that opens things up, like you said, for the outside game, which right now we're dependent on that outside shot. It's not falling. But I would try and get somebody there in that high post area and try and feed there in the offensive half-court set. Defensively, I like what I'm seeing. I like the man-to-man. We've played scrappy. We're limiting them to one shot. I know all the hype today. Haley's going to get her 3 points. But right now, it's let's go back to the basic things that we do well as a basketball team. Let's be really scrappy on defense. Let's see if it then gives us momentum for our offense. But we've got to get some points in the paint here as we move into the second quarter.
I agree. And I tell you, while we wait for the teams to come back on the court, for those watching, we would ask you to subscribe to AC Sports Nest. Hit the like button. And, John with AC Sports, he brings a lot of high school sports, not just Concordia, but tons of high school sports to everybody through his channels. So if you're watching us right now on YouTube, on AC Sportsnet, please hit the like button and tell us that we're doing a good job.
Or at least say John's doing a good job.
John's doing
we're
a
just
good job,
hanging
that's
out.
right.
Brianna Taylor gets that inbounds, and there's Haley right at the high post like we were talking about. So a little bit of an adjustment. We've got Alira Penn on the floor, Gabby Smelser, Corey Barnes, Brianna Taylor along with Haley Ford. 22 on the shot clock.
And there's a steal.
Telegraph that pass a little bit. Love the trap right there, creating a turnover. In that first quarter, Isabella Euphemia had 2. Coachella McGuire had 3. Ayanna Tab had a foul, but no points. But that's really it. Only 2 players in the score column for the Panthers. Taylor over to Smelser, looking to get it in that high post there to Haley Ford. Back out to Gabby. That's the right idea. Go up strong, and there's off the front of the rim. Finally, though, getting a shot in the paint in the half court. That's good defense right there. And here they come out running. Corey Barnes, left-handed layup is good.
We got a 5-4 game. Another basket in transition.
Ayanna Tab brings it up. Euphemia now back to the top of the key to Giselskis. And again, another turnover. So 2 quick turnovers here in the first minute, 9 seconds of the second quarter. I already they look like a different team.
I do like this defense that the Saints have been playing this whole game.
And now Riley Bilger coming in. This is her first action today.
And sometimes once we have no baskets in half-court offense right now, but once we get that first basket, maybe things start to flow. Where it just doesn't seem like the half-court offense is flowing right now. We're running fine, but we have to be able to get that ball, play inside-outside game.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened right there. Some miscommunication because Gabby threw it, and Alira Penn wasn't looking for it.
And I tell you, the Saints have done a great job defensively shutting down number 15 somewhat, Coachella McGuire for the Panthers.
Shot is missed there by Isabella Euphemia, and here comes Haley Ford. Pass in the air. Save. Back to the Saints. Riley with that long 3. And there you go. First lead of the game comes from freshman Riley Bilger.
Big 3 right there, and the Saints are going to drop into the zone right here.
So 5-0 run to start the quarter for the Saints. Panthers now looking to counter. Tab with the ball, looking to drive. Good defense, but a little bit of a reach there. If you go straight up, that probably is not called. But you go at a 45-degree angle, and you're going to get that called against you, and that's exactly what happened.
Peter, looking over at the Panthers bench, they're in the same kind of position we were in last week, right? They have a couple girls injured. They have 2 players on the bench. So if we keep this fast tempo up, eventually it's going to wear them.
Ayanna Tab at the foul line. Misses on that first one. Let's see if off of this free throw, if it's missed, if they get out running in transition. And here we go.
Here comes Haley.
Ahead to Gabby. There's a layup.
Good ball right there.
Assist from Haley Ford. Gabby with her first bucket, and it's 9-5. They look like a different team coming out here to start the second quarter. 7 in a row scored now by the Saints.
And they run the ball really well.
It's a good box out.
Box out. And we're going to run again.
Corey Barnes looking ahead. I love it. Her eyes are up. Nothing available. Swings it over to Haley, and they're going to catch her with the travel. She saw that opening, driving to her left. Just didn't put the ball down quick enough.
You know, and I would feel for Haley the fact that maybe it's not the case, but once she gets this 1,000 points over with, and I hate to put it that way, maybe there's a weight released, and then she just plays, right?
The basket gets a little bigger. The lid comes off. Yep. We were talking about this at the last game, that in some ways she could have gotten those 3 in that last game. Then you got a few days to think about it. Lots of family, lots of people here. It's going to be fine. They're coming out. They're playing great. I think, honestly, she's just playing her game right now at this point, and it's probably the furthest thing from her mind. Here's a three.
And it does not go.
Look good. Nice rebound there by Ricky Rice, freshman. And now a 2-on-1 situation. Don't want Haley picking up that third foul. She does a good job, waits for her teammates to get back, and Rice now, that is short. Haley gets pushed and unfortunately saves it back to the Panthers.
It does not go.
But Saints are going to get the basketball there. I thought that might have been tipped by Gabby, but they're saying it's going the other way.
So Rosedale's going to drop back to their zone. They have not put any, I have not seen them play any man-to-man, put any full court press, and maybe it's because they have a shallow bench also.
Coach just told Haley, go to the basket.
Here's a three, and it does not go.
We're getting away again from going to the basket and getting a shot inside. 3 seconds. Gabby had great position down low. No one saw her. She got great position there on Ricky Rice, and we were just content passing around the perimeter.
And I got to tell you, Peter, watching Gabby, and I know Gabby well as she is Haley's best friend, and I am Haley's stepdad. So, you know, I see Gabby a lot. She has truly, there's a three does not go. She has truly become one of the most improved players over her time here at
pass ahead.
And the basket does not go.
She wanted that to go. She's going to go to the line with 2 shots. That was a great pass ahead by Corey Barnes.
The Saints look really good in transition, really, really good.
And outside of, I believe, the 3 that Riley hit, I think all of their points have come in transition.
Let's see if we get number 998 right here. And we do.
So Haley with her first point of the night.
We're sitting here at 998.
Cameron Callahan in, Corey Barnes out.
Let's put number 999 in.
2 freshmen now on the floor for the Saints. Second one's in and out, but there's Cameron Callahan. Haley with a great feed to Gabby, but she misses the putback, but gets it again. Little 2-person game right now. Over to Paige for 3. And that goes. So they keep it alive. They get a 3, and now a timeout. Saints, all Saints this quarter, as now they've rattled off 11 in a row. And that is the second trifecta we've hit this afternoon, the first points for Paige. And so 6 Saints in the scorebook already here this evening, and they went from a 5-2 deficit to 13-5, almost in a blink of an eye. But a lot of it, again, Paul, comes back to the intensity on the defensive end. They're getting out running. They're getting some layups. Now I'd like to see them again. They did it that first possession of the second quarter. They put Haley at that high post. I would love to see them go back to that next time they get the ball in the half court and see if they can work a little give and go, possibly even situation where they throw it into her, she dishes it back out, she slides down or draws the attention. And right now we're getting really balanced, a balanced attack from the Saints. And I love the substitutions that we're seeing too. They're getting lots of folks in and out, lots of opportunities for the Saints to go deep into their bench here in the first half.
And I think that's one of the keys to our team this year also is we're a very older team, you know, upperclassmen, and we're a very deep team. We have a lot of girls on here who can score. And that's going to do us well as we get into playoffs and we're playing a lot of games. Not sure we have right here. And then going back to what you were talking to with somebody on the post offensively, it also allows us to get some rebounds because you're pulling out their big men to that post, and now we can get some rebounds underneath also, offensive rebounds.
That's right. Jaselskis to inbound to Speller. Euphemia here on the near side. Now she cuts up top. Back to Speller. Speller trying to drive.
Right there.
And Riley says, I'm going to tie you up on that. It's going to stay with the Panthers, but 15 on the shot clock. This is a scrappy group right now on the floor for the Saints.
I tell you, I like what I see out of Riley as a freshman. Timeout right here by the Saints. As a freshman, Riley has come in. She's hit a three. She plays great defense. She is quick out there. Nice addition right here to the Saints team. And, you know, as a freshman, 3 more years after this, you know, I see this program building and building as the JV team is getting stronger. And they're going to continue to build this program because we're going to graduate a lot of seniors this year. I believe is it 6? 1, 2,
7, I believe.
7 seniors will be graduating this year, so they're going to have to rebuild this team for next year. So this right now for Coach John is really a push for the championship with these 7 seniors.
After coming so close last year.
And also Cameron Callahan, a freshman, is in the game also.
She's fouled.
And Cameron gives the Saints some size also underneath.
Yes, she does. I watched Riley and Cameron a little bit last year. I've got a son that was also playing middle school basketball, so I got to watch them a little bit. They work really well together. They will make an impact on this team, even as freshmen. Speller picks up that foul. Tried to get it to Haley. Haley still ends up with it. They swing it around to Riley again for 3. That's off. Haley with the rebound.
Here we
she
go.
Goes up.
Oh,
just misses on that putback with the left hand. Panthers have not scored this quarter. They were up 5-2 in the first quarter.
The Saints are playing that zone. Looks like more of a man-to-man zone.
Still man-to-man. And again, they're just limiting the Panthers to 1 shot, and it's usually a shot far away from the basket. They're not letting much happen near the basket. Riley sets up Page for 3. There's Haley with that rebound. Up and
there we
in.
are. 1,000 points for Haley Ford. What a great accomplishment. We are going to step out of here second and watch all the festivities on the court.
To center court, the Concordia Prep Athletic Department and girls basketball program would like to congratulate senior Haley Ford on scoring her 1,000th career point. She is the 4th player in program history to achieve this feat. Congratulations, Haley.
What a great accomplishment right there for Haley.
Amazing accomplishment.
So, you know, talking to Haley right before the game, you know, she is actually, she does not like to take credit for anything. She's put in so much work in her basketball career. And she just wants me to thank her family for all their support and to thank God. she is one of the most faithful people that I know, with her faith in God, and she wanted to make sure that I brought that up here on the cast, of who she wants to give credit to for all that she's accomplished.
It's not hard to cheer for Haley Ford. She's going to get a little break and another round of applause from her teammates.
And John, Peter, funny story. She was, before we came here to Concordia, Haley was cut from her middle school basketball team as a sixth grader, and now she's signed and committed to play basketball at University of Albany in the fall next year. And just to give a quick shout out here, so I was told by Coach King that there were 3 other girls who have scored 1,000 points here at
It's a 3 from Paige Bailey, and then you can get back to that list.
I only have a list of 2, so if I'm leaving you out, I apologize. So the leading scorer for the Saints basketball, for women's basketball, is Sue Berry. She has between 1,340 points and 1,360 points, and she did that in the early 80s. And then we have the one most recently to score the 1,000 points is Caitlin Woosley. She did this. She graduated in 2015. She has 1,312 points. And Coach John said the most amazing thing about her is she missed half of her freshman and sophomore years due to injury.
Well, and you got to think, too, with how COVID impacted things, Haley would have easily hit this mark last year.
Yes.
But a great accomplishment, and I can't say enough about the quality of the person. She is, I'm a sponsor for our Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and she's been leading with that group the last couple years. She's the same person no matter where she is, whether she's on the court, in the classroom, in the hallways, in the cafeteria. Very unselfish player. And I'll tell you what, this Saints team is playing with a real jolt here in the second quarter. 5.6 left to go in the half, and the Saints have scored all the points here in the second quarter.
And we have a steal right here. There's a shot.
So we hit halftime. The Saints outscore their opponent, the Panthers of Rosedale Christian, 16-0 here in the second quarter, and it's 18-5 at the half. Haley Ford hits that 1,000-point mark as a Saint. We'll be back with the second half in just a few moments, about 9 minutes and 48 seconds.
We'll see you then. All right, Peter, we're back here for the second half. We got an 18-5 lead by the Saints, and we had a huge accomplishment at right before halftime where Haley Ford scored her 1,000th high school point. And in just a few minutes, we're going to bring in her mom, my wife, to talk a little bit about Haley.
And in the midst of all that, the Saints went on a 16-0 run, completely shutting out the Panthers there in the second quarter to take this 18-5 advantage into the second half. And I hope to see them attack the basket,
Beautiful
and they do.
drive
Look at
right
that.
there by Gabby Smeltzer, going to her left and one.
We didn't see any drive to the basket off the half-court set in the first half. Gabby comes right out, penetrates, gets the shot, now has a chance for a three-point play.
So, as I was talking about before, I really believe Gabby's one of the most improved players we have seen from her freshman year to her senior year. She's going to be playing basketball at Davison in PA at the next level, and she has just become a really solid ball player.
And when I see her shooting a free throw, I immediately put that circle down and color it in, because she doesn't even move the net when she shoots a free throw.
And right there we have a foul. We have a foul on Gabby. And in just a minute, we're going to switch things over to Shelly and talk a little bit about, let her brag on her daughter a little bit. So we're here, I'm here with my wife, who was my broadcasting partner last year until she did not want to sit next to me at basketball games anymore.
I retired. We'll just say I retired.
She retired. And so we're together again.
We are,
right?
yay.
Just for a few minutes, right? Because now I've kind of gotten used to Peter.
I think
we got good.
You can say I didn't want to be your broadcast partner. I may have been fired. I may have been softly fired. Isn't that what the kids call it? Isn't that what one of our kids said? He was soft fired.
Yeah.
I may have been soft fired from this job.
So we got the Peter and Paul team now,
yes,
though, right?
Yes.
All right, so as we're here, obviously, huge milestone. A lot this week, right? I mean, the last couple weeks. I mean, Haley signed for Albany. She scored her 1,000 point, which is huge for any high school career, any college career, anything like that. A lot of things. And, I'm a little biased. She's my stepdaughter. She's your daughter. But she's a great person also. And so, I was telling Peter before this, I said it's really something. Here's a girl who was cut from her middle school team in sixth grade, accomplishing all this because she never gave up. I mean, you have a few minutes right here. What do you want to say about Haley and about, this is your time now to talk about her, and this is a stream that you will always have this for 1,000th game, so pressure's on you now. Talk to your daughter or even talk about her if you want to.
Pressure's on me not to cry.
Pressure's on you not to cry.
Yeah. Yeah, so she was cut from her team in sixth grade. To say she was devastated is an understatement. My philosophy with all of our kids, I think you know this, is you're allowed to have a pity party, but it has to have an expiration date. And so that's what we did. And she had a pity party, and then I said, it's your call. What are you going to do? Which direction, which path are you going to choose? You can decide you're done with basketball and you don't want to do this anymore, and you can believe that you're not good enough to play, or you can use this as the motivation to work harder and never let this happen again. And that's the path she chose, and she has never stopped.
Are the tears coming now? Hold on, there's Gabby with his shot. I'll give you a secondary group right there.
The pride that I have for that child is, I can't even put it into words. She works hard. I call her the faith leader of our family. She has an unmatched devotion to God, and she puts all of her faith in Him, and He has led her here. And she's incredibly humble. She gives everybody else a ton of credit for her success. She doesn't take a whole lot of credit herself, so I'm just going to take a minute and say that she deserves all of it. Never once did I have to push her to go to practice or to work out. She trains multiple times a week. She either before practice or after practice. She has a strength trainer at Smarter Team Training, Rob Taylor. I'm going to give you a shout out because everybody says to me, has she gotten taller? Or is she just fitter? And that's Rob and Aid at Smarter Team Training who push her, and she's just so committed. It's unbelievable. She's had quite a few people lately tell her how lucky she is. You're so lucky you got a scholarship. You're so lucky you're going to Albany. And I appreciate those compliments for her, but I do want to make sure she knows there's maybe a little bit of luck that got her here, but it's her hard work.
Great play right there by Gabby with the steal and the basket.
It's her hard work and her focus and her effort that got her here, 100%.
So a lot of people were here to see her. We're very excited for her, and once again, now we can relax a little bit and enjoy the rest.
She has a lot of support and a lot of love. I don't want that to go unmentioned either. She's surrounded by a phenomenal team. She's surrounded by phenomenal people in her life who support her and love her. And Philly Bells, got to give a shout out to them. They were a phenomenal group. Concordia, these coaches, her coaches. She's been incredibly fortunate. That's where she has been lucky and fortunate in the teammates and the friends and the family and just the love that she has that surrounds her. So we are very, very grateful. I can speak for her there and say that we are very grateful for all of that support that she has.
And next year we get to see her at Albany. There's a rebound right there and up and in. And that is Kishella McGuire. So we have a 24-9 game. Anything else to say in closing?
No, thanks for giving me a couple minutes to brag on her. She doesn't like that a whole much.
She deserves it.
I don't like doing it a whole lot, but thanks for the couple minutes to do it. Thanks for everybody for listening.
Yeah. And thank you for joining me again.
Yeah.
See, it's not that bad, right?
Yeah, I'm going to go now. Love you.
Love you. As we get back to the game right here, I'm right back there with Peter.
Before you walk away, the impact Haley's going to have on this school, basketball is only one aspect of it because you've raised a great daughter. As I was talking about in the first half, I watch her. She's the same person everywhere she goes, and that's going to carry her well to the University of Albany and in life because she loves the Lord, she gets it, and she has been a leader on and off this court. So congratulations, too. I know you drive to lots of practices when it's dark outside, in the mornings, in the evenings, lots of trainings, all those things. And I saw a collective sigh of relief from Haley when that shot went, and I also saw it from you and from my broadcasting partner today. So congratulations to Haley Ford, but to the whole family. This is an incredible day. Not to lose sight of the fact that we did go on a 21-0 run in the midst of all that, too, right, to have a 15-point lead here in the third quarter. So congratulations.
Yeah. And I tell you, Peter, and we'll let you go, Shelly's always told me that she was a volleyball player. I believe it now, the way I saw her jumping up and down on that court right there. We didn't have it on video, but jumping, I mean, she was getting air right there. I thought she was going to grab the rim and she would have been underneath.
We haven't had to see our trainer, Olivia, move all day, but I was a little concerned down here to my left. You were going to roll an ankle or something, but no, it's all great. What a great day, and I'm ready to eat some cake when this is all done.
That's right, we got cake. We got cupcake cake. Yep, we're ready. All right, thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
All right. And now we're back to the game. We got 3:50 left here in the third. We have a 24-9 game. Concordia has really taken control of this game after the first quarter. And it's just with defense and transition, I really like what I see a lot out of here. And you know, I'm looking out here at Haley, and I just see a weight lifted too. You know, just –
It's good that it happened early in the season. It's good that it happened when it did in this game. Now you can just focus on – she would not want all this attention all day long, but there she goes.
Three.
So put her at 1,000 3 points as she hits that three. And she has got 6 in the game. Saints have looked like a different team in quarters 2 and 3. Defense has been solid, not giving away really any uncontested shots all afternoon.
And I tell you, defense wins games. And it creates opportunities. There's a 3 right there. That is off by Riley Bilger. I tell you, Coach John has done a great job, too, rotating his bench in these non-league games and getting everybody some action. It looks like the Saints are going to go to 2-0. There's a shot that's off, and they're looking to run right here to the Panthers. That's Isabella, and it gets knocked out of bounds.
It's good transition defense, not giving up any easy baskets, keeping the Panthers at bay here, up 18. Again, this game was 5-2. Saints are down after quarter number 1.
Kashella McGuire checks back in for the Panthers.
Saints now playing a zone.
In and out right there. And I also have to think, when you're only playing 7 players and it's a quick tempo game, that's got to wear on your team a little bit also. You know, the Panthers do not have a bench right now, and it's going to wear them out, especially when the Saints are putting more pressure and running a lot. Paige Bailey right there at the rebound, and the Saints looking to get it out. Little miscommunication right there. It's going to go right back to the Panthers.
Yeah, what you like to see there, and they'll get this in time, and this is why having a lot of folks come in, come out is really helpful, because they're learning team chemistry, is Corey's just got to be a little wider on that transition. She was running straight down the lane on the left side. That ball goes in and out. I've seen crazy things happen on that basket in both the guys and the girls games so far this year.
Good pass right there by Paige Bailey.
It's a good feed to Corey Bradley, just didn't go.
And we got a 2-1 run right here for the Panthers. And they take it in, no whistle.
Yeah, a lot of contact right now. The refs are letting them play. Saints come out with it.
That was a good rebound right there by Cameron Callahan. Working the ball around.
It's a good trap right there by the Panthers.
I tell you, there's been a lot of playing time, too, for our 2 freshmen on the team.
You're seeing a little bit of the future here right now with Corey Bradley, a junior, on the floor as well. Working with Paige and Haley.
Checking into the game right now is Ricky Rice for Rosedale Christian Academy.
Caitlin Osborne in, Riley out.
Ball goes out to Haley. She passes it outside. That goes to Corey.
Now we've got our 5 out again. I'd really love to see us penetrate and get inside.
And Rosedale looking to run. Oh, we got a whistle right there. Looked like that could have been ball, but we got a whistle. Isabella Euphemia is going to go to the line. I believe that's the 3rd on Haley Ford.
It is. That's a tough call. She got back, looked like maybe it was a block, but sometimes it has the look of a foul when you're coming in hard like that. Someone's driving to the basket.
And I do agree with you, Peter, on the inside game, especially right now. We have an 18-point game lead, and you might feel that this game's in control. However, when your outside shot's not going, and it's not going to be going all the time, you're going to have to play inside. And as we get into league play, you're going to have an inside game to even open up your outside game. And in a situation like this, would be a great time to work on it, to work on the post play, to work on cutters, some backdoor plays.
Yeah, you learn how to play with a lead. And when you have a lead, you take those open shots when they're there, wherever they are on the floor. That's a good box out by Gabby with the save to Paige. But I also think, as good a free throw shooting team is that the Saints are, you want to go to the basket. If you draw some fouls and you get in a free throw game, you have total confidence in your team to maintain that lead.
Good steal right there. The basket does not go.
That time, Euphemia was expecting the contact, didn't get it, missed the layup. Sometimes you hear those footsteps and you just take your eyes off that goal a little bit, and that's what happened there.
And I tell you, watching this game, watching Isabella, she is not afraid of contact. She's been on the ground a couple of times, but I mean, she'll take it right to the basket. And right there we have a basket by Ayanna Tab.
Good body control there to pull up, wait for the dust to settle, and then hit that bank shot.
And Rosedale's going to come to a full court press here. The Saints break it pretty easily. Working the ball around the perimeter. Inside, Caitlin Osborne wide open for the basket. Saints move that ball around well.
She's the 7th Saint to get into the scorebook here this evening. Saints are led by Gabby Smelser with 7, Paige Bailey and Haley Ford with 6.
Good defense right here by the Saints. They've been standing in that man for most of the game. And there's a 3. And that's Jayla Speller. We got 27.3 seconds left here, and we have a 15-point game. Shot clock is off. But as we said in other periods, right, when we were going to hold it for one shot, it doesn't work here.
It's a good
ball
feed
right there. And Jayla Speller's going to go to the line.
So this third quarter started out strong, but now the Panthers have really owned these last couple minutes, and they have an opportunity to actually tie up for the quarter the score. It's 11-9 here in the third. Saints outscoring the Panthers.
First shot is a little short.
Penn back in, Bailey out. 9.6, so plenty of time to get down the floor here after this free throw.
And second shot goes. Here come the Saints now with 9 seconds. Hold it for one shot. All right, I'm not going to say it anymore. I'm not going to say it anymore. I'm not even going to say never 3 seconds ago.
It's one of those where, again, just make the normal pass you would make there. We rushed it a little bit. You're hitting someone while they're moving.
And the half-court shot does not go. So we're at the end of 3 here. We have a 29-16 Saints lead. And we only have a minute here. But, Peter, I would like to put it over to you quickly. And I know you talked about it last time, but since we've been celebrating kind of Haley today and God is a big part of her life, take a minute and tell us about what you do with with your church here and kind of what you have here for anybody who's interested in either looking for a church, trying something new, or has been here before.
Well, thank you, Paul. I'm really blessed. I was brought here back in January 2020, right before the pandemic. I'm the campus pastor of the school. We've also planted a church here called New Thing, and you can find us at newthing.live. We also have an app that has all kinds of faith resources. Just trying to walk with people. Our mission statement is igniting people to follow Jesus with an everyday faith, helping people to think about the fact that God loves us, wants to do life with us every day. And Haley and I have had those conversations. She seeks to honor the Lord not just on the basketball court, but wherever she is. And a few of these folks, Gabby as well, are some of our FCA leaders. We have a Fellowship of Christian Athletes that meets here on Thursdays during our advisory time. But the church meets right here on the campus, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. We'll have a Christmas Eve service on Saturday, December 24th at 6:30. So if you don't have a church home, encourage you to just come. On Christmas Eve, we sing all the Christmas hymns. You'll know pretty much every song we sing, and you'll hear the greatest story ever told. But I'm really blessed that we get to proclaim Jesus here every day at school. And then I drive here on the weekends, too, for church. And it's been awesome to see the growth that's happened with the church as well. So we're heading to the fourth quarter, 13-point lead. Let's see if the Saints can extend that lead. Haley back in the game with 3 fouls. She's really the only one in any kind of foul trouble, if you call it that, here in this basketball game, and they're going to catch her with a walk. We saw right at the beginning of the third quarter, Gabby Smelser drive right to the basket, get a 3-point play. We have not seen a lot around the basket since that point. Haley was looking to do that there.
And then after this game, the Saints will be in Hagerstown this weekend for the Pilates tournament. They'll be having games Friday and Saturday. Unsure of the opponents at this time.
That shot's no good from Speller. Here come the Saints trying to run again. They've been good in the transition today. Haley with a nice feed, but a steal.
And there's Brianna Taylor.
You were talking about this at the end of the third quarter. The Panthers are playing with 7 today. They've got some folks that aren't in action, aren't in uniform today. And with this kind of pace, it really makes it hard in the fourth quarter when your legs are tired. For them, the key is to get to the basket. Those outside shots are tough when you're tired. And now we see a good pass ahead. They're trying to catch the defense sleeping, and they do. Haley Ford ahead to Corey Barnes for 2.
I'm sorry. That is Corey Barnes.
Barnes has 4. And now they beat the Saints back the other way. Missed the layup. But Euphemia has been all over the place today. Now ahead
now to Alira.
To Penn. Penn's going to have an uncontested layup for 2. It's her first bucket in the second half. She's got 6. Really balanced scoring today for the Saints. 3 people with 6, Gabby with 7.
And we have a 17-point lead, and we're staying in our man-to-man defense, which I really like.
And we went to the zone a little bit. Sometimes you see it when they take the ball out under the basket.
Good follow by Jayla Speller.
But mostly in that man today. Speller's had a great second half. She's got 8 in the second half. Good offensive rebound from Gabby. She's surrounded by Panthers, and it's going to be a jump ball. Saints will keep the possession on the alternate possession, I believe.
So, Peter, I did mention during this game how Gabby will be playing at Davidson next year, and Haley will be at University of Albany. Also want to mention Corey Barnes. She'll be playing at Fort Valley State University down in Georgia. So we have 3 girls here who are already committed to play at the next level.
A lot of things happening here with Saints getting offers to play at the next level, basketball-wise, football, soccer. I know this is a school that pays a lot of attention to what's going on in the World Cup right now. We've got some Brazilians that are probably happy today after a 1-0 win in the World Cup.
We have a big game tomorrow at 2 o'clock.
Big game for the U.S. tomorrow.
U.S. has to come out with a win.
Again, if you're watching this, AC Sports Network, it's the home of the Saints. We'll have some guys' games. We'll have some women's games. I know we'll have 2 games here next Wednesday. Our JV and varsity boys will be in action. Hit that subscribe button so that way you can keep up to date when games come and you can watch the Saints. Both teams are going to be very competitive. The boys moved up to the B Conference in the MIAA. We already know this women's conference is really tough. Saints will be in the hunt. Out of that timeout, Barnes hits that 3. They drew that up in the huddle just a moment ago. So now Barnes has 7.
Peter, talking about Concordia players playing at the next level, in all these other sports, basketball, football, soccer, there's college is your pathway to professional sports, if that's where you're looking to go. As a baseball coach, baseball, and let me give right there Isabella Fumia with the 3. Baseball's a little bit different, right? Because of minor leagues. Do you, you've been around baseball your whole life. What do you see happening a lot with high school kids? Do you see a lot of them going to college to play baseball, or do you see a lot of them taking the path of going into the draft? Now, I know the draft has gotten shortened after COVID, but before that, there were 40 rounds to the draft and a huge minor league system. Would you see a lot of kids going that path instead of going college?
You definitely see in the draft a lot of high school players taken. A lot has changed in all sports. Personally, I think you got to play because you love the game. And so for all the students we've been talking about that are here that are playing now at the next level in college, play because you love the game. If God opens those doors are there. I personally think it's good for folks to go and play in college, get that experience. And now with some of the way that the players can brand and so forth, that's changed the landscape as well. You see a lot of, still with baseball players, still going to college, still playing 3 years before they go. And actually, in some cases, they get drafted and then they go back and play so that hopefully they can up their draft pick, and they move from a third rounder to a second rounder to a first rounder, or a low first to a high first. But I'm a big fan of go to school, get that degree. Doors can close very quickly. You want to be well-rounded in what you can do with your vocation.
Do you anticipate college ever going away from aluminum bats?
As people are getting stronger, as there's a lot of change in just physique of players in all sports, we'll see if that ends up happening. It is strange. You think about the other sports. You don't see a change in equipment.
Right. Different
really.
footballs or
sometimes you see a
basketballs.
little different size of a basketball and things when you go from middle school to high school. But it is a huge difference to go from college to the minors from an aluminum bat. It was a big deal for my kids when we would play in wood bat tournaments. So I could see it becoming something at some point that perhaps seeps down into the college game.
Watching, and the reason I bring that up, watching the College World Series, Maryland went pretty far this year, and watching them on ESPN, some of these shots that would come back up the middle and stuff like that off these bats it could be dangerous for a pitcher.
Yeah, you got to be alert, particularly those third basemen. Yeah. And if you're playing in for a bunt and they pull back and they swing. But I don't know. That's a good question, Paul. I could see a case at some point where maybe they go to wood bats. But I don't see it in the short term.
No,
Caitlin Osborne with a 3, and it's a little long.
Are you old school? Are you happy to see interleague player? Are you happy to see universal DH?
I'm coming around on the universal DH. I'm a National League guy growing up in Chicago.
So you like the strategy, right?
I like the strategy of it, but I'm coming around on it. I like the fact that both leagues have the same rules. I always thought it was a little strange in the World Series to have an American League team have to adapt to pitchers batting and vice versa, for National League teams to have to get used to the DH. It's prolonging the life of some players that are really, really good who you don't want in the field with a glove, So I'm all right with it. I think they're making some modifications to the game. I think they're going to enlarge the bases slightly, which should increase some running on the base pass, which I like. I think we've gotten away from some of that because everybody loves the home run, banning the shift. That one bothers me because players decided not to adjust, and I wish they would have.
So I agree with you with that, right? If they're going to give you the whole third baseline, just bunt the ball.
It's not if you work on it, there's no reason why you can't beat a shift with you do that a couple times, and it's kind of like with a press in basketball. So a team beats a press and gets a layup, you take the press off. So guy gets the shift put on him, and he bunts one down the third base line or just kind of pokes it that way and ends up on second base because he hits the ball 120 feet and it dies in left field for someone can get to it because they're 150 feet away. You won't put the shift on anymore. But that's, where we are. We didn't adjust, and they've outlawed it. And it'll be interesting to see how the game looks different going away from that this next year. Breonna Taylor with the free throw. Again, in this game, Saints were down 5-2 after one, went on a 21-0 run that went well into the third quarter to get this comfortable, it seems, 15-point lead with about 3:40 left in the game. Caitlin Osborne mixing it up there. Seen good minutes today from some freshmen, Riley and Cameron.
Yeah, we've seen the whole bench playing, and everybody's looking impressive.
Yeah, he's gone 11 deep here today.
A little body contact right there, and we're going to have foul number 4 on Haley Ford. There's 3:34 left to play.
Great crowd here today, too. I know folks were here to see Haley hit that 1,000-point mark in her career here as a Saint, but they're also seeing what this team is very capable of heading into a very difficult conference play. They're going to have a great tournament this weekend that will help them get ready for that.
In the B conference, it's going to be really strong. No longer do they have B1, B2. Everybody's combined into one conference. Everybody was shifted around. And every game is going to be a tight game. There's not going to be any easy walkovers at all.
Jayla Speller with another free throw. She's 4 for 6 from the line.
Kaylin Osborne with a beautiful pass.
Speller 4 for 6 from the line here in the second half. She's got 11 points here in the second half. She leads all scorers.
3, and that's short. And here comes Caitlin. Knocked away, but right to Brianna.
Saints still running. That's great. Great play by
Good ball.
Brianna Taylor. She got banged up going hard to the ground.
But I do love seeing them take it right to the basket. Okay, so the shot clock did not reset.
Saints still trying to run, knowing that the Panthers bench is not very deep. Haley does a good job of closing there on Coachella McGuire.
Now, Peter, watching this, Saints are up by 15, a little under 3 minutes ago. Coach John Cooney still playing very aggressively. Do you think he's trying to set a tone for the season to say, like we're going to come at you hard the whole third, what do we have, 8-minute quarters here in
Yes.
high school? You know, we're coming at you hard the whole 32 minutes because he is not backing down right now. He's not pulling back into his zone. You know, he's still playing as a man. He's still attacking the basket, things that I love to see. And do you take anything from it, or you just think that this is the defense that we're playing?
Well, I think what you're seeing right now is you got some senior leadership on the floor, and I think you're also still seeing what you got because they didn't have a full roster their game last week, and so giving them more minutes on the floor is only going to help them get more comfortable with each other as you get into conference play. So I like it. You're trying to win every quarter, even in a game like this where we've extended that lead. And there's some things you can work on in a game you can't work on in practice. So I like the intensity. I like that he's left Haley on the floor here, learning to play with 4 fouls, trying to finish this game. That's a great drive right there by Ayanna Tab. And, you know, the Panthers are not letting up either, so they're still playing hard. Right there, you got to go straight up. You get that foul call. She turned because she was expecting the contact, and a little bit of contact isn't going to get a call in a 13-point game with 2 minutes left.
There's a three. Also, we have a 10-point game with a minute
10.
50 to go.
That's Euphemia's
they're going to
second
start fouling. Rosedale will start fouling here.
Not quite to the penalty. I believe that's their 6th team foul this half, so the next one will put them in the penalty. But that's why you don't take your starters out, because now it's a 10-point game. And, you know, we talked about this earlier, Paul. You got to learn to play with a lead, protect that lead, stay aggressive. And so the best way to stay aggressive for this team is going to be playing aggressively on the defensive end and then let that spark the offense. They're going to be in tip-top shape. A lot of these girls have played soccer in the fall, played volleyball, so they're coming in good shape. Basketball shape is a little different, and so running those reps up and down the court is really good, and so I like these extended minutes, particularly for these starters down the stretch. And so we'll see what the Panthers do here coming out, if they foul right away or if they play a little bit of just good half-court defense. But, again, really balanced scoring for the Saints today. Gabby Smeltzer has 7. You've got Alira Penn with 7. Corey Barnes with 7. Haley Ford with 6. Paige Bailey with 6. And so you like that going into conference play. As teams are looking at this Saints program, they're going to say, we can't double-team Haley because then we're leaving Gabby open. We're leaving Paige open. This team can get hot from the outside. But they're going to give it to teams for 32 minutes because they play with such intensity, box out well on the defensive end.
And here we go. And
this is a great time to run a pick, a back pick, and let somebody cut down the court for a fast break.
And that's what we got. And Haley, they're going to pull it out. Saints are going to pull it out, try to run some of the clock off. And Rosedale is going to start fouling.
Looked like Alira Penn said, I'll take it. I'll be happy to go to the line. She's been there. She's 3 for 4 on the day. She's going to get an opportunity with the 1-on-1. I think Coach Cooney wanted her to swing that basketball and try and run a little more clock.
Now, if you're the Saints, do you pull into a zone at this point and take away the 3-point shot?
I don't think I would change what you're doing. I would just tell the team we want that clock to be moving, and so we don't want to foul.
Alira makes them both.
Good free throw shooting again this afternoon for the Saints. They push it up the court, and they're going to throw it away.
And the ball goes away. So now the Saints take possession up by 12 with 1:34 left in the game.
Panthers will keep the full court pressure on. Again, you look to release somebody here either right away or after this first pass. And there it is to Haley up ahead. She can cross half court and then stop and make them foul. Or they can set up in the half court. Don't need to take that shot. I like seeing Taylor.
Good decision right there by Brianna.
Square up and not take it. No need to rush. That's a great feed from
right
Caitlin.
There, and a great cut by Brianna Taylor.
And Gabby Smelser gets fouled, but the shot goes anyway.
I think Gabby was like, where's the whistle? Well, we got a whistle there on Caitlin Osborne. So that's one thing you don't want to do at this point is stop the clock.
Exactly. But again, I like the Panthers. They're being very aggressive. They're going to the basket. Okay with getting some contact. And looks like Riley and Cameron are going to come in, 2 freshmen. See if they come in for Haley and Gabby here at this point. And they're going to come in for Caitlin and Alira.
This is good to give the freshmen, too, some experience here at the end of the game. So we're back to a 12-point game right here. And the Panthers go back to the full court press.
Spellers lived at the line this afternoon in the second half for the Panthers.
Panthers looking
Saints
to foul.
do a good job of breaking that press. And now they'll stall a little bit, make them come foul. And they're going to foul Cameron Callahan with 53.4 left to go. So she'll go to the line. She's not in the scorebook yet today. She's going to get a chance here.
Be a 1-1 once again.
We've had 8 Saints score here this afternoon out of the 11 that are suited up.
That's an impressive stat right there. That's using your bench, and it shows how deep they are. There's 9.
And again, good free throw shooting this afternoon. Only 3 misses. Nine for 12 from the line. That one around and out. So 9 for 13 from the foul line for the Saints. No need to reach.
Now we think if they don't score here.
Long 3 miss. Good box out.
It might be time to pull back for Rosedale.
And they're going to keep fouling. It's still going to be a 1-and-1. 36 seconds left. Next foul committed by the Panthers will put them in the double bonus. But I have a feeling Haley hits a couple free throws here, and that'll be it for the intentional fouling. 13-point lead.
I'm not even sure if the coach wanted it last time. And there's a steal, and this could be it right here.
No need to take a shot, but they are going to foul.
Still fouling.
This Panthers team, I don't know who all they will play, but they will be a force to be reckoned with. They've played very scrappy. They have not given up. Again, only 7 players here today. Really good effort. Jayla Speller has played great. Euphemia has had a great second half, hit a couple threes. There's Gabby making that free throw.
You know, the team has size to them, and they have some shooters, and they're not afraid of contact either.
No.
They will take the ball to the basket every opportunity they have.
But you think about it, when you have some players with some height, you're practicing against them every day, and so you're in a game situation. You're not intimidated going up against anybody. Nice steal there by Riley. And now, hopefully, we just run it out.
And they're not there, still fouling. It is a 15-point game with 14.8 seconds to go. And the Saints will be at the line for 2.
It's just delaying cake at this point here, Paul. They've got the cake set up in the corner.
We have it all set up over there.
I've been watching, and I can actually kind of waft that cake
yep.
smell over in the corner. So there's going to be a little celebration as Haley had 6 points this afternoon to put her at 1,003 in her Saints career. Riley misses on that first one.
Do you think Riley's thinking how many more points she needs to reach 1,000 as a freshman here?
I was actually it was remarkable. She was trying to bank that free throw in. Second one up and in. She's got 4 here this evening. She had a big 3 in that first half that gave the Saints their first lead here in this ball game, and came in first game as a freshman. She did not play in the game a week and a half ago. Came right in, hit that 3 right in front of us here on the left side, and it was a big one. Put them up, and then the Saints have not looked back. Now Haley Ford coming out, gets a nice hand from her coaches and from the Saints faithful here this afternoon with 12.8 left to go. No fouls. Riley gets a steal. The defense is not letting up.
They're still trying to foul.
Referee does not want to stop this game. Just let it play out, and it's going to end 48-32 as the Saints are victorious here this afternoon. Paul, this was a lot of fun today. What a great basketball game. Started a little slow, 5-2 after the first quarter. Saints were down, but then they went off on a 46-27 run the rest of the way. And so they look to go into this tournament this weekend, having had a very good team performance today. As we mentioned, a lot of Saints in the scorebook, a lot of minutes on the floor for the entire bench got in this afternoon, and just fun to see something historic as well happen with Haley getting point number 1,000 in her career. It
really is, and before we sign off, I really like what I see from this team this year. It is a big difference from what we saw last week, and we did not have a lot of our players, but the intensity, the defense, the running, the transition game, I think is going to really serve them well this year, and I'm looking for a push for a championship here out of the Saints. Let's add another banner to the wall.
Sounds like a good plan to me, Paul.
Okay, Peter, well, we'll see you the next game we're back here.